Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a hot minute. I have not made a video in a while because final season came around and then I had to move out of my dorm, so there was a lot of stuff going on in my life, but I am glad to be back, and to celebrate the big return, it is finally time to talk about one of my most anticipated films of 2026, and that is Cory Barker's Obsession. So, if you're new around here and you don't know, I have been making videos countlessly talking about 2026. I had a video at the beginning of the year where I talked about my most anticipated films of the year, and Cory Barker's Obsession was among my top 3, and it is finally here. And I'm just gonna go straight out the gate and say this is one of, if not the best Blumhouse film that has ever released. It is definitely the best in the last probably 10 years that has released, and it is debatably the best one that they have ever made, with a few of them that I would alternate out for that slot. I really enjoyed this movie, and I'm glad to be back so that I can talk about it. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So, Cory Barker's Obsession. This is a horror film I have been very, very excited for, and it is finally upon us. I was going to have this video come out yesterday, but life happens, and we're here today. So, let's start off with the positives. Well, Cory Barker's Obsession is very creepy. It is definitely not a movie that is overwhelmingly scary. It's not going to give you nightmares when you go to sleep. You're not going to be constantly replaying moments in your mind or anything like that over this movie, but it is definitely creepy. There is a decently well-made amount of tension and atmosphere and scare factor, especially when it comes to the performance of Indy Navarrete. Now, I might say her name incorrectly there, but Indy Navarrete is genuinely fantastic in this film. And what is even more shocking to me is that she's not really in a lot of movies, and the ones that she's in are very minimal budget or smaller productions. And she is fantastic. Career-defining performance. Possibly, I mean, I could see Oscar nominee level performance. If Amy Madigan is capable of winning in Weapons for such a minimal role, not that she wasn't fantastic, but for such a minimal role in Weapons, I can see Indy Navarrete running away with an Oscar, not just a nomination, but a win for this movie because it is so career-defining and fantastic. Indy Navarrete is fantastic in this movie, and not that any of the other actors aren't fantastic, because all of them are, I promise. Every acting performance is great. Our lead actor who plays Bear in this movie, also fantastic. He's very good at conveying this very shy and timid, slightly terrified for most of the movie character, and just in general, you have a very good amount of acting in this movie. Next thing I want to say is that going with the scare factor from the acting performances, you have a good amount of tension relief that goes with the tension. This movie knows very well how to balance out the extremely tense horror sequences with some good comedy or just some good one-off moments that really make the movie not as full-on terrifying as it could have been, and I appreciated that because when the humor would break up the very tense moments, it felt earned and it didn't feel corny, but at the same time it was intentionally kind of corny in a way that made the movie very fun. It was just a very unique experience when it came to the humor combined with the tension of this film, and I really enjoyed that. There was a lot of people in my theater who were audibly gasping or saying "what the hell" in certain, terms like that, and that was really interesting to listen to a lot of people have a lot of reaction. So seeing this movie with a crowd is going to be a lot of fun if you enjoy that type of environment, but if you enjoy, the quiet people just locked in with the movie, maybe waiting for this one to come home so you can watch it on your headphones in your home, whatever, might be a better experience. But personally, I enjoy the atmosphere of people in the background going, "Oh my god, what in the world?" And that is very fun to me. So, you're going to get a lot of crowd reactions from the great performances, the good horror, and a few chuckles from the very well-timed, funny moments. Let's talk about the actual filmmaking technique. This movie is fantastic. Cory Barker, I have never seen anything from him. I was going to do my homework and watch a bunch of his YouTube shorts before I went to check this movie out, but I just never had time to. So, I don't know anything about the guy other than he made this movie as his first ever feature-length debut, and it, on a technical level, is a very, very stellar movie. It has a very good score. One of the standout features of this film for me was the score. I really enjoyed the music here, but you also get a very, very good cinematography aspect as well. This movie has a very unique aspect ratio. I'm not sure what the ratio is, but I know it's not in widescreen or like regular format. And you also get a very claustrophobic kind of vibe, I guess is a good word to put it. It's a very claustrophobic movie, but not in the sense of, something like The Descent, where you're stuck in caves the whole movie and you're literally like claustrophobia maxing, but but this movie is claustrophobic. Like, this is a claustrophobic, very close up on the face for a lot of the shots type of movie, and it uses that very well to enhance the creepiness of the environment. And I mean, that is a quick and dirty summary of how genuinely fantastic this movie is. It doesn't really need anything other than that. I will say something that I have seen be noted from a bunch of other people who have reviewed this one is that it really proves that YouTubers are the next big thing when it comes to film. This has me even more excited for the future of Backrooms in just a few weeks, because all of these horror directors or horror YouTubers that are coming from the YouTube sphere into the movie, into Hollywood, they are doing a fantastic job. They are carrying horror on their backs, might I add, for the foreseeable future. They probably will continue to. I do like, a few of the other up-and-coming people who I don't think are from YouTube, like Zach Kreger, also fantastic, but Curry Barker, genuinely a standout YouTube to cinema person. Loved this movie. This is a fantastic entry into 2026. I don't think I have anything else super important to say about the movie. I've kind of summarized it pretty quick and dirty. It's just a fantastic one that you gotta go watch. Personally, I would say watch it with a crowd, but you never know. Maybe you're just not a fan of the crowd environment, but fantastic movie, fantastic performances, fantastic cinematography, great score, good tension relief when it needs to happen. It's pretty graphic when it needs to be, but it's also very well told. It is a very unique story. It is a very wild movie that is very outrageous sometimes and very much subverts your expectations. It is a fantastic entry into 2026, and it is the best horror film and possibly the best film that has released in 2026. It might dethrone Project Hail Mary. Currently, it actually has dethroned Project Hail Mary for me, but that doesn't mean it will permanently be there. So go check out Obsession. It is absolutely worth every second of your time. Now, before I end this video, I just want to talk about the channel really quick, because it's been kind of a hot minute since I've been on YouTube. I want to firstly apologize for missing so many weeks. I actually was going to come back last week and do a Mortal Kombat 2 video, but I've been, trying to readjust to being at home and some other stuff with fixing my setup and just living life and hanging out with people and whatever since I've been home, and it's just been very hard. Life happens, so I wanted Obsession to be my big comeback movie just because it was one of the ones I was the most excited for. I've been championing for a long time. And, yeah, so I missed a Mortal Kombat 2 video. I missed out on doing a few other videos I wanted to do, like a Michael video, months ago. So many other ones that would have been a great time. So, what I'm going to do is I am not only going to do a few cool videos throughout the rest of the month, including a Star Wars ranked video when the new Mandalorian movie comes out, but I'm also at the end of the month going to finally do a real recap like I was planning on doing, like I did with the Q1 recap video. But in that video, I'm actually going to not only kind of reiterate everything I talked about in that Q1 recap, but then, of course, add in all of the May movies so that you are going to see just how much all of the April and May movies, I should say, just so you can see how much I've seen since then, since I haven't been uploading for a long time. Really appreciate all the support on the Hokum video. I've also noticed that a lot of my other videos have been skyrocketing in views, so really appreciate that. And for all the people who are viewing, if you've made it this far, please feel free to leave comments and drop a like. It really helps me out a lot. I'm not, the one to beg for any kind of things, but it really helps me out, and it just makes me enjoy the atmosphere. I like talking to people. It's a lot of fun, and I like talking about movies. Last thing I want to say is I did a poll a few weeks ago about some video ideas I had. I'm going to be branching out to other types of content very soon. I think I might do a video talking about the new 3 Drake albums that just came out. I know it's a very weird pivot from Obsession, but might do that. And yeah, that is all I have to say. I think that's all I have to say at least. So yeah, I will see you all in the next one, and peace out.